The first modern four-stroke that was competitive against two-strokes in motocross racing, and be the pioneer for all four-stroke motocross bikes. The Yamaha YZ400F, of which we can also include the WR400F, as it is a direct descendant of the same bike. These bikes, originally when they were coming out, were shooting to weigh around the same as a two-stroke bike at 230 pounds or so. However, when it was all said and done, the bike came in weighing at 250 pounds. But, being a high-performance dual overhead cam 5-valve engine with an impressive 11,600 RPM redline, this was not too shabby at the time. For 1998, not only did Doug Henry win the AMA National Motocross Championship on the YZ400F, but this would also serve as a major victory and turning point in the motocross world because all four strokes would now be considered a competitive racing machine. I mean, really, put yourself in the moment. In 1998, four strokes were definitely not welcomed into the market. And even by the year 2000, just 2 years after the introduction of the YZ400F, these would quickly turn into the YZ426F, and so on and so forth. However, there is no doubt in my mind that the YZ400F was a game changer in the motocross world. Okay, so this gets pretty interesting, and perhaps one of the more interesting things is when this engineer that had no experience building four strokes, upon the development of this bike, his name was Kenji Tamara, I'm probably saying that wrong, took a cylinder head and a camshaft off a YZF750 motorcycle and paired it to the cylinder of a TT250 engine by using welding and putty to mock up a prototype 250 engine. Prototype engine ended up running unexpectedly well, and the displacement of 400cc was eventually given after careful mathematic consideration. They pretty much figured out that a 400cc would be the equivalent power to a 250 two-stroke, and it didn't make sense to go to 500 because of the power to weight ratio. Although testing took place in the United States with representatives from Europe present as well, no one would believe them that they were developing a four-stroke production motocross bike at the time. They actually thought that this bike would be the equivalent to like a 400cc TT500, which was much more tame than a motocross bike. Four strokes were pretty much considered like play bikes at the time. Let's not forget that Yamaha was pioneering the four-stroke motocross world, and no other brand was even thinking about this. After testing took place, the response was overwhelmingly good, with plenty of astonishing reactions regarding the performance of the bike. Yamaha leading the pack in four-stroke engineering after being unveiled in June of 1997 as the first four-stroke production motocrosser. Thanks to the pioneering of the YZ400F, this bike has helped trigger substantial growth in the number of off-road enthusiasts worldwide.